Panther Nation podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Talk, let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible. Make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast, and we popping. Let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Come on, Dave. You didn't fix the whole thing, bro. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
We may not fix the whole.
I got it, Dave. Don't worry about it. You supposed to set up the whole thing.
Yo, man, look, listen. I don't know how you be having this thing going when it's ready. I don't know how you be out here rolling with this.
Yeah, we in the building. Yeah, get y'all popcorn ready, bro. Because I have a feeling it's gonna be a very interesting one. Dave and I, we have not had our chance to give our thoughts on this game yet, and I felt like I needed to wait a day or two to kind of let myself calm down a little bit. But yeah, I am Dave. It's time to unleash and talk about this game because it didn't go quite the way we wanted it to go, and we must break this thing down. But before we get into that, Dave, what's good? How was your weekend? What was good with you, man?
Weekend was good, man. It was another weekend. I had my son was here. My daughter is finally actually trying to call me now, which is progress, I guess. She's been in school for about 2 weeks now. But she's doing good to go. She's good to go right now. She hasn't really gotten crazy with regards to that. But overall, things were good. Things are good. I just booked my Celebration Bowl trip. So I'm done. My trips for the year are done. I'm heading down to the Carolinas this weekend, which reminds me, I need to call Matt. I need somewhere to crash for a couple of days.
Maybe want to hit somebody up.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I got hotels, but I want to cancel the one this upcoming weekend. I got to do it by tomorrow. So, but overall, pretty good. Outside of the game, I had a pretty good football Sunday.
Yeah. For me, it was great. Obviously, I was on vacation with the wife celebrating 16 years of marriage, so I was out of town. I had to catch the game on the flight. Shout to T-Mobile and the free Wi-Fi. I was streaming on the flight. I got to watch it. So it was good, man. Good weekend, good to kind of disconnect and get away from everything. But yeah, man, all good. But we got to break this thing down. Go ahead, Dave. Let's get to the super chats, then we get to the show.
Shout out to the Chance 15. A reminder: the Panthers been asked since PNP started. Fake news. First season we made the playoffs, but that's beside the point. Okay,
we did. Yeah, we did make the playoffs the first year,
and then we ain't done that ever since. I don't think it has nothing to do with us because we started PNP before we got a new owner.
True.
So we saw playoff berths during PFP. Maybe most of y'all didn't see it because back then we only had 10 folks watching. But we saw playoff berths back in that era. All right. So appreciate the super chat. A-Cash. And I see, shout out to StreamYard. So they got enough complaints and they fixed it to get the names again. Instead of freaking ads.
I think they fixed it a week afterward. It's back.
No, they at first it was the way the super chats looked. You're right,
Dave.
The names were still busted, but they fixed the name. Right. Shout out to you, sir. Shout out to StreamYard for that. Shout out to A-Cash. Panthers lost, but at least 3 of my hate watches were successful. Saints, Atlanta, Bears. I'm trying to see the silver lining.
All the L's. Shout out to all the L's. If we lose, everybody else got to lose too.
Especially the Bears. Especially the Bears.
It's only right. But yeah, man. All right, Dave. It's tough to stay on the prowl, but we have to do that. We have to stay positive. Go ahead, Dave.
One more.
Yep.
Shout out to Denial. Let's not jump into conclusions. Other than fire Ebro and Nick Scott, and Nick Scott's a bum. Ramsey needs to start. They should have played more in the preseason. Oh, we're gonna get the preseason. We gonna get there. Oh, we gonna get there. We definitely gonna get there. All right. Appreciate the super chat though. All right.
Yeah,
we gotta stay on the prowl.
Right. Stay on the prowl. Stay positive. It's tough. It's tough in these streets. It's really difficult. Man, I got so much to say, and I'm definitely gonna pod, bro. I'm definitely gonna pod. It's one of those things where, I feel like I'm one of the guys that is typically super positive. Not super positive, but I try to remain as positive as possible because, there's enough crash outs. There's enough people out there that consistently complain. Even when things are doing halfway decent, folks still want to complain. I typically am the one that is, hey, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. But Dave, I'm not happy, bro. I'm not happy. But go ahead.
Shout out to RJ. XL is making my PNP draft stream meltdown look better every time he puts on his jersey. I'm gonna get to this too. There's a lot of things I need to get to, and one more super chat. And
there's a lot of things.
Y'all are dropping super chats, but I really want to start talking, guys. I appreciate the funds, but I really want to get started. I got questions about this Canales Evero power dynamic. Hey man, look. That's why I tweeted what I tweeted, and I said, "Is he the head coach? Is he really the head coach?" All right, so y'all are just dropping him now. Shout out to A-Cash. Nick Scott got to get benched, man. At this point, the fact that Evero keeps playing him as is a fireable offense. And shout out to B Dunn, Trevor Wallace with that 29% PFF grade. Look, all right. I want to listen, man.
Pause.
One more, and then I want
to keep super chatting, please.
Yeah, please.
Keep going. Keep
you're
going.
Not talking. When healthy coaches is wide receiver 2, XL is wide receiver 6, Cade over Corbett. Many teams run a 3-4. Evero is just worse at it. Dan Morgan has the worst linebackers in Carolina history. And considering that he's one of the best linebackers we ever had, that's kind of ironic. Shout out to Cage Luke Mister. All right. I want to start at the preseason.
Okay. Well, real quick, can I get this one in?
Go ahead.
GameChanger.LA, 10% off. I know it's tough. I was borderline embarrassing walking around the airport. I had my T-Mac jersey on, number 4, walking through Miami. Shout out to the young lady that I met in Miami. Dave, I got noticed in Miami for PNP. It was kind of dope. So salute to her. Good people shouted me. I was in there buying something to drink before the flight, and she ran me down and said, "You Rashad?" I said, "Yeah, man." So if you see me in the streets, holler at me. So shout out to her. Salute. She's a long time listener, so I appreciate that. She actually called me Rapod, and it's funny enough because I'm about to pod on these dudes in just a second. So salute to her, and then salute to the folk when I got back to Charlotte saying, "Hey, you need to take that off because the Panthers are trash." So salute to those people. But anyway, go ahead and get you some gear. Go back and get some of the old school stuff that got Panther legends when times were good. Steve Smith, Cam Newton, Julius Peppers, they're all up there. So go over to GameChanger.LA and get your Panthers gear, PNP10. When you use that code, get 10% off your order. All right, Dave. Let's go ahead and go ahead. Just go ahead. Don't worry about the slides.
Yeah, forget the slides. The slide.
ISO on. Go ahead. We'll go this route. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dave.
Here's my thing. I want to go back to the preseason. I want to go back to when our starters played a couple series, and they looked terrible. And the question was asked, why didn't they play another series or two? Canales' response was they needed to earn the right to play another series. And he didn't feel like they earned the right, so he sat them down. That moment was when I was furious. And the reason why I was furious is that you're not getting reps, besides the fact that Dave wasn't calling the plays. So then we fast forward to the final preseason game. Dave is calling the plays. Jack Plummer is starting. Okay? He's starting. So what I heard was, I'm the head coach. Well, I'm calling the play. Well, I'm calling the plays, but I ain't gonna call the plays with the guys that I'm gonna start with against Jacksonville in game 1. But I'm calling the plays. So then you see a Panthers team that didn't look as bad as the week 1 Panthers team from last year, but they still look bad. We lose 26-10 in a winnable game. Bryce Young had a higher PFF rating than Trevor Lawrence. And we still lost that game because it was terrible play calling, terrible decision-making, bad execution across the board. Can't stop nobody to save their life. And by the way, I told y'all, don't we need some linebackers right now? Like, wouldn't it be nice to have some freaking linebackers? Shout out to Jaycee Horn. He wanted to be there. Shout out to T-Mac. He wanted to be there. I don't know why Xavier doesn't know how to get 2 feet on the ground.
Bro.
Like, I don't like what?
Bro.
What is this? What is this,
Right.
McDowell's? What is this?
Yeah, bro. All right. Let me just, because I know we just F it, right?
Yeah,
like,
I'm there.
Listen, because, bro, why? And we're gonna have a conversation about Canales towards the end. But I will never, for the life of me, understand. You're a wide receivers coach. Why is it that Excel and I want him to be successful, bro. I really want him to be successful. But why is it, and this isn't the first time, because Mingo had the same issues, bro. Why is it that these guys are not aware of where they are on the football field, bro? This is basics. And all he talks about is basics and fundamentals, and they're not there. We're in year 2, bro. This is year 2. I get it, bro. You get all the passes in the world year 1. You get all the bro. We gave you all the passes year 1. You closed strong. You gave us hope. And we just hit the reset, bro. We went right back to week 1 from last year when we looked trash. That's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to pick up where you left off, and we just looked like we completely lost, and you got half the squad back from last year. What happened to continuity being good? Continuity is supposed to be a good thing. Your quarterback is back. Your running back is back. Your offensive line is the same. You got a couple of new weapons from skill positions, but everything else is the same. Bro, what is happening, bro? How do we come out that flat? How? How does that happen?
We don't have the reps.
Never for the life of me, bro. How does that happen, bro?
We don't do the reps. 2. Like, dog, the Chiefs.
Bro, after reps, bro. Rep. What are we talking about? It's year 2. It's year 2 in the system. What are we talking about, bro?
Andy Reid has been the coach of the Chiefs for over a decade. And you know what they do? They play their starters in the preseason. Bro, they prepare.
We have Coach Canales in the press conference, sounded like a high school coach talking about fundamentals and basics.
Well, we already hired a college coach, so I mean, this is the MO.
But what are we talking about? Like, you should, as an NFL player, you should not need reps and I know I'm piling on Excel right now, but bro, that play was egregious. Bro, that was a drive killer.
Listen, I was losing my mind. I was looking at this, and I was just looking, and I'm like staring at this. I stared at that play. Like, even after the TV was continuing to roll, I just kept seeing that play constantly because it was so. That's like no brain. When the commentators say it,
bro, he had like 5 yards to get.
He's out here acting like he's still in college while all he needs is 1 foot.
Bro, he had 5 yards of space to get 2 feet in, bro. And that to me, that is unacceptable, bro. That is literally, bro, you should get benched off of that, bro. I'm like dead serious. Yo, you should get benched for that. You should get benched for that, though. That is unacceptable, bro. You had 5 yards to get 2 feet down, bro. And after that, what happened? After that, Bryce Young fumbled, and then they turned around, and they scored. Like that, it was that whole sequence was the end of the game, bro. Because once we get down a couple of possessions, it's over. We have no ability, and that has been consistent. We have no ability to come back.
Yeah.
No ability. So, bro, to me, bro, I just think there's just stuff like that, bro. And then you get up, and I get it. It's only so much you can say during a press conference. I understand that, bro. But to get up there and sit and talk about basics and fundamentals when you just got smacked, you got outcoached by, and I guess
a first-year head coach that came from the same squad, that came from the same coaching staff,
right? That came from the same, bro. So I guess did anybody check the Jaguars reps whether they played during the preseason or not? Bro, because I believe bro, preseason or not, I believe that's an excuse. That's
no.
Excuse,
no.
There is no excuse to get smacked and outcoached like that in week 1, bro, by a year 1 head coach. And
but
they didn't even look that great.
But the thing that's the reason why I bring it up is because it's a continuous correlation of us having these damn coaches that don't take the damn preseason reps seriously. Like I'm just like it was the same thing with the other guy. Like there's a difference in how coaches handle that preseason.
I agree.
The ones that win, the ones that get into the playoffs, the ones that go all the way to the championship game, they take that seriously. They take it seriously. Like, we don't take those games seriously. We just had 2 consecutive coaches who have straight up said they don't take it seriously. And I ain't even counting Frank. They don't take it seriously. They don't. They do not. They don't take it seriously. Andy Reid's won Super Bowls, been to 7 straight AFC championship games. They take it seriously. Like, the reps matter. And they've had continuity, but the reps still matter. They matter, guys. And every single time we be sitting up here going through the preseason, oh, it ain't a big deal, man. It's only preseason. No big deal. Even after what we saw last year. Even after what we saw last year when week 1, we freaking only scored 10 points. Got freaking behinds handed to it by a division rival. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is ridiculous. And I'm trying to beg Tepper to have patience. I really am. But bro, I don't know if he's going to have it.
Bro, it's
and I think he's done an outstanding job with his patience.
He had, and I'm tired of the Tepper. The Tepper ain't done nothing, bro.
No,
Tepper
he hasn't.
Ain't done nothing, bro. This is not a Tepper. This is not a Tepper issue, bro. This is not a Tepper issue.
It's not. It's not. But that's my thing. Like I hope he keeps with the patience. But bruh, there's a small piece in my gut right now that if we lose to Arizona on Sunday, a team that we have always like, Arizona's like the get back game. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're down and out, it don't matter how good Arizona is. We find a way to beat those guys, right? If we go up there and we get our asses handed to us to Arizona, you think I'm hot today? Oh my God, man.
Yeah, it ain't. It's not good, bro. It's not good.
And I see y'all super chats, and I'm gonna get to them.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say you want to.
We got like 9 of them. I probably should do it.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and get to him, bro. Go ahead and get to him. I need to calm down, bro.
Hold on. Big D, no Kool-Aid sipping. Play calling was way too conservative. We play not to lose versus to win. Shout out to A-Cash. Trevin Wallace makes Josey Jewell, I forget his name, look like fucking Ray Lewis. XL everywhere in the offseason, don't show up in the game. See, what did I say when he was in that Glorilla video, bruh? If he didn't ball, this was coming. And he out here had 5 yards, get 2 feet, and can only get 1.
Bro, they done made that man a daggone raccoon-inspired food joint in the stadium. He out here doing horse races, being on NBC. No Coker / Icky doesn't equal continuity. Bruh, don't do this. Do not do this. Do not do this. No, we're not doing that, bro.
We're not doing this.
We not doing that. And go ahead, Dave.
Shout out to B Done. Canales said if you eliminate the 71-yard play in the Thomas Jr. reverse TD, they would only had 100 rushing yards, but we didn't stop it. I'm confused on that logic. Can't say that for any play.
I get that, but we gave up the 71-yard play. Like we have done it consistently. We give up those plays.
And we gave up the reverse TD too.
Yeah, and we give those up. That's what we do. We've given up like 200 plus yards, like in 9 consecutive games or some crazy stat like that.
I mean, shoot, A&T would be 1-1 right now.
We do. And
if we didn't give up those big plays. It is what it is, man. You got to stop it. You got to stop it.
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, bro. Like that, you can't do the ifs and the hypotheticals, bro. It's just it is what it is.
A-Nail says XL's a bust. We should have took AD Mitchell. Actually, I wanted Lad, but
bro. Yeah, everybody talking about Lad, man. I wanted Lad too for the record. But I mean, bro,
we got to quit drafting South Carolinians.
I'm trying not to, because it is week one. I understand that, but I'm tired of it's week one. It's been week one for 6 years,
bro.
Like come on, what are we doing here, bro? Like that performance that we saw was completely unacceptable. And what infuriates me as a Panthers fan. All right, all right,
let me finish your super chats for you. Get on
go because hold on. Let me get into it real quick.
All right, fine. Go ahead. We got 3 more. I'm gonna get to the last 3.
I was trying to save this, bro. I was trying to save this, but what infuriates me as a Panthers fan is I cannot watch primetime football without flipping the table over, bro.
I know, I'm the same way.
Bro, it looks, bro, when you watch teams that know how to play, it looks like a completely different game, bro. It looks like a completely different game. I'm like, bro, we look like a daggone JV NFL team, bro. When I'm watching the Vikings come back last night. I'm watching good football being played, and I'm like, well, damn it, we not even close to that, bro. We're not even close to what's being put out there. I'm seeing dudes, bro. I saw JJ McCarthy JJ McCarthy, bro, was like, oh yeah, he was hyped up, bro. Hyped up. The coaches getting hyped up, and we over here looking pitiful on the sideline, bro. We look like we don't even look like we belong, bro. Like, and it's so frustrating because I can't even look at football the same. I can't even enjoy watching the Panthers game with that. It's so frustrating, bro. It is so frustrating. It is so when you turn on and watch these other teams in the league, it looks like night and day, and it's sad, bro. It's really sad.
And you know what the wild part of that whole about everything that we saw on Sunday, bro? There was a rain delay. So, and my boy Marcus was here with me. We watched the game together on Sunday. So there was a rain delay, right? And so I'm like, all right, we'll just turn the red zone, see what else is going on around the league. So we turn it on the red zone, and we're like seeing like phenomenal football across the board. Some bad teams too, like the Dolphins. But overall, we got to see some really good games throughout red zone. And then the game came back on, and I saw patheticness. I didn't see anything good coming from my squad.
And for the record, this is not about wins and losses, bro. I don't mind losing. Like I could take it. We've been taking L's for a long time. I'm numb to L's. It's the how, bro.
Yes.
To me, it's all about the how. The how we get smacked, the nuances, the lack of how are we, bro, Dave, how come we still can't get the daggone calls into the Bryce? What are we doing? This is year 2 of the system. Why can't we get the calls in on time, bro?
Because you decide
that is that, bro.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know you don't like the excuse, but dog, it matters. It matters. That was the first time in a live game, whether it counted or not, this entire year that they've been doing this.
You had 17 games of reps with the same people. You had 17 games of reps with the same people, bro. That is BS, bro. That is complete BS. Bro, you had enough. It's year, bro. I could understand, Dave, if it was year 1, game 1, year 1, game 6, year 1, game 10. I could still, I get it. But it's year 2, Dave, of the system, and it's the continuity is there. You cannot be having the same issues. You can't be saying, oh, we're going to work on that. We're going to work. Bro, you had a dude, Liam Cohen, the Duval guy, come up here and whoop up on you, bro. I didn't see those kind of issues. The Duval guy. I didn't see that. I didn't see those kind of issues on that side. I guess they needed the reps too.
But maybe it's because maybe it's because he's the head coach.
Bro, he's calling the plays though.
But maybe because he's the head coach.
Dave, it's so frustrating. We should not be having these issues.
I don't disagree with you. I understand you think what I'm saying is an excuse, and I completely get it. But bruh, Sean McDermott plays his guys. I'm naming the guys where we want to go, right? I'm naming coaches of where we want to go. Playoffs, championship games. I'm naming those guys. They utilize that preseason. They don't say, oh, we got enough reps during the joint practices. We ain't got to worry about reps during the game. Dog, no. And then when you wonder why we get bolted in the preseason, that's why. And then you got, oh, we're not really having the actual play callers. You know, they get the experience doing it, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't help. The purpose of these things is to get ready for the season so you don't look flat. You've already lost a game because of the additional regular game that counts. You need to utilize this. Bro. And ever since they've gone down to 3 games, we've looked like crap coming into the opener.
We've had joint practices. We've done all this mess, bro. We've done everything, bro. I don't care. What do you want to add? 20 more reps in the preseason? You think that's going to help what you saw yesterday? You think that's enough to fix what you saw yesterday?
I don't think we would have been as flat. Doesn't mean we're going to win, but I don't think we would have been as flat.
Bro, we got bigger issues. Bro.
Oh no, we got bigger issues. We got bigger issues. Like we ain't got. All right, let me do these super chats before I get mad again. DJ G Boy, shout out to you, sir. Tepper was asking the same thing in that meeting. LOL. Yeah, he probably was. Shout out to ACAS. XL can't get his feet down. Can't block a DB on 3rd and 1. Marshall annihilated him on constant. Yo, he did, bro. He did. It was
it was bad, bro. The commentator, bro, he was like, "What are these dudes doing? Like, what are they?" Yo, it was that's the same questions I got. I'm sitting here, bro. When XL did not get 2 feet down, I lost my shit, bro. I was like, why did they blow? Was there a flag? What
as
happened?
Soon as and Marcus can co-sign this. As soon as I saw it, I said he didn't get both feet in, and he had all that damn space.
Bro, you had like 5 yards to get 2 feet.
Bro,
5 yards.
I said, and then I said, and then Marcus vouches too. Then I said, that man think this is college, and he didn't. And that ain't the first time he did it either. He did it twice. We're just talking about the one where he had no business doing it, but he did it twice. He did it twice.
I was so mad. I was so mad when it happened, bro. That was, and I let me just say this too, because I have been trying to cheer for XL, bro. I want him to be successful because, bro, when you out here doing Glorilla videos and you out here doing, you got raccoon commercials for the Panthers, and you got, bro, you are the most likable guy probably on the roster. Like, people want to like you, bro. You could be one of the greatest Panthers
we've ever had.
Just being not
average, the greatest, but like one of
no. But I'm saying, just by being average, because people like you so much, you don't even have to overdo it, bro. Because you're so likable as a guy, bro. We want to like you. We want to cheer for you, bro. But when you have stuff like that, and I know when he hears the criticism, I know he hears it. And I know he's probably taking it on a chin. Pause. But like, bro, that is unacceptable, bro. And I saw, and then I'm watching the Vikings game, bro. I'm watching the Vikings game, and guess what I damn saw? I saw Justin Jefferson have 5 yards of space and get a toe drag and get 2 feet in. And I'm like, God, when I saw that, bro, I lost my shit, bro. I was so mad, bro. It was in a critical comeback. And I know it's Justin Jefferson. He's not Justin Jefferson, but there's a lot of average wide receivers that can do that.
There's 4 other guys on the roster that would have did a toe drag. There's 4 other guys on the roster that would have done the toe drag. And 3 of them played yesterday. All right. Jayden, XL needs to get out the videos of Gorilla and learn footwork because there's no reason that a round 1 pick should be playing like a 5th rounder. Well, there's 5th rounders that does the toe drag too, sir. There's undrafted people that does the toe drag. Let me shut up. Shout out to ACAS for super chat. Did you see what Nick Scott said about missing the tackle on one of the long runs? Shit had me heated. Also, Lad was everything we needed. Elite route running, elite hands, smart, and he can get his damn feet in bounds. Lad was more pro ready than probably any other receiver in that draft. I ain't gonna hold you. That's why I liked him.
I like Lad.
That's why I liked him.
I don't like the hindsight shoulda because we still got.
I know. I don't get the draft to people. I don't get the draft to people.
Yeah, I think that makes up for it.
But at the same time, you were part of that class.
Yeah. It's always going to be comparisons. You can't avoid
You're going to get compared. Like, you're going to get compared to everybody else in that class. And it's not unfair because we do that to everybody. You're going to get compared to that class. You're going to, because that class is supposed to be known as one of the more deeper classes in a long time. You're going to get compared to that class. And there was some pretty good wide receivers that came out of that class. All right, the game guy. At least we ain't Miami. That doesn't help me, bro. And I got employees that are Dolphins fans, and they are hurting right now. But that doesn't help me. And you know what's about to happen? They're about to get a new quarterback, and somebody's gonna get fired. All right, Matt Finch. Watching primetime games makes ours look like it's shot in slow-mo. But then again, that's probably why we're not gonna have many primetime games.
And I see exactly why. When the schedule put-togethers are putting together a schedule and they see the Panthers, they like, nah, bro, our ratings is gonna be trash because the brand of football is just not it. I completely understand it because it looks like a completely different level of football. We don't even belong in the same vicinity as those primetime games, bro. And it's sad. It is ultimately sad because, bro, and I hate to be that guy, bro, because I like Canales and I like a lot of the players, bro. I really do, man. I really want us to be successful. I don't want to be this guy, bro. I don't want to get up here and be super negative because there's a lot of that. I don't want to, bro. I don't want to do it. But enough is enough, bro. Like that, what we saw on Sunday was utterly ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous and sad. And we got a lot of content to get to today. But
we got like six more super chats.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alonzo R. Can we just be a competent football team? Is that asking for too much? Serious question at this point as a Panthers fan. Sure. We can be. I just don't think we're doing the proper things to be. Will Robinson, 843, flame shot. You're saying exactly how I felt in Jacksonville, bruh. I pray for you. I feel bad for anybody that traveled to that game, y'all.
Bruh, it's let me chill.
Shout out to B. Canales said he's pushing Evro to play young guys.
Bro,
you're the head coach.
We're
gonna talk about that.
We're gonna have that conversation. Let's hold off. We're gonna get to that.
Mr. Cam Suit 1991 saw a tweet saying XL ain't nothing but a Ted Ginn that eats.
Hey, my fault, Day. I didn't mean to cut you off, but put some respect on Ted Ginn, bro. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Ted Ginn was valuable, bro.
Ted Ginn was Ted Ginn. Hey. Ted Ginn was wide receiver 1 for a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, he had a couple of drops, but we not putting XL in the Ted Ginn conversation.
Because you know what Ted Ginn also had?
Respect on his name.
You know what else Ted Ginn had? Returnability, speed.
XL got to earn the right to be named
Ted
with Ted Ginn. And that has not happened yet. XL need to work on getting in the conversation with Funchess and them right now. Like that's where he at. Like he got to worry about them. He not even close. He got to work on being Dwayne Jarrett at this point. Like you got to work on something. You're not even there, bro. You're not even there.
Shout out to Dave. I had 30 people in my house Sunday for the game. Had to cater food, drinks, and the whole 9 yards. Just end up leaving my own get together. When does the pain stop? It better be Sunday. Noah B. Clark, shot is right there. No excuse that I get the plays in time in year 2. Even we had issues snapping. Bro.
I don't.
By the way, bench Corbett, start Cade.
Bro, and I
bench Corbett, start Cade.
Hit the button, Dave.
I told y'all.
I said, God, dog. I said, why would you mess with the line, bro? You had a top 10 group, and I understand bringing Corbett back for depth. I get that, but I knew. I said that Mays should have been the guy, bro. I said that Mays should have been the guy, and you put Corbett back in there. You got snap issues, and you got the ball coming out high. Pause. It just looked a mess. It looked a mess. Continuity. You had a top 10 group that finished strong. Go with the same group, bruh.
Child Cypress, prime time. They about to move our games at 3 a.m.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Kieran Choi, I think the team lacks discipline. I don't think we'll get that with a nice guy head coach. You need a spine to hold the team accountable. Need players to get on each other for lack of effort and execution.
Yeah, hold that thought because I do agree with that.
I do agree with her. I do. Panthers for life. How much worse can Ransom do than Nick already is? Hey, man, listen, we're going to get to that.
Yeah,
Landon Ford, wondering why Cade and Brady ain't starting. Well, I'm wondering why Cade ain't starting because Cade should have been starting, but that's a whole different discussion.
Cade should have been a starter, and I was surprised when we named Corbett the starter off rip. I said when we brought back Cade Mays should have been the starter, and the only thing that separated the two was quote unquote leadership. Now, where the hell the leadership at?
I know you know what the real thing is.
Where the leadership at?
Veteran.
I don't care about none of that.
Shout out to Double O
the young dudes till it's time to play the young dudes on offense. You got all the energy for Evero, but don't got the same energy for yourself.
Y'all need to start a new segment. Get him out of Charlotte. This week nominee, Austin Corbett, bruh. I don't mind him being on the team, to be clear. I just don't think he should be starting. Detail. I spent a lot of money to be humiliated and harassed in the stadium on Sunday. Don't worry, that happened to me when we played the Jets a few years back. There were a lot of Panthers fans where we were deep, got embarrassed. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Now, that's all the super chats for now.
All right,
thank you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot. But let's go ahead and get to a little bit of the content, because some things did happen during the game. Tershawn Wharton got a hamstring. He's going to be out 4 weeks. Not good, because when Tershawn Wharton was in there, he was balling, bro. He was balling, playing very well. I thought the run defense suffered once he was up out the game. You know what I mean? Once he was out the game, things went left. I think that we need Wharton out there, and it's unfortunate we're going to miss him for 4 weeks, up to 4 weeks. I think he said 2 to 4 weeks, but not good. We need him back, because I really like the way he was playing. I really do like the way he was playing. Icky, he did not play in the game. Obviously, he's coming back from the appendix, and I think that Icky, I think they're saying he's week to week, and I think they said he's back. He did some work at practice. We'll see what happens, if he's gonna be ready to go. Obviously, we need him badly.
I think he's gonna. Hey, by the way,
badly.
All you guys have been slandering Icky. I know y'all missed him on Sunday, didn't y'all?
Yeah, now we need Icky. Now you see what you got when you got Yash Nijman in there giving up like 8 pressures.
Even though they probably should have
get 8 pressures, bro.
Even though he probably should have started, they should have probably started Christensen, but that's a whole different discussion. That's a separate discussion. But it goes back to that veteran shit.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, here's the thing: we saw Christensen play left tackle under somebody else, and I think that he hasn't played left tackle under Canales. I don't believe he has. I don't
think he has either. But that
was a Matt Rule thing when he was playing left tackle. We haven't seen that since.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right,
but I mean, to y'all point, and I agree with you. He did play well left tackle. I just don't know that they're gonna trust him due to his arm.
Well, it doesn't seem like they trust anybody that's young. All right, we got 2 more super chats
on offense
or defense, or both, all of the above at this rate. Yeah, we got to talk. Shout out to Anthony Graham, man. Our talent is not on par with other NFL teams. We have average players, and we've hyped as talented, but they're not. Average players with average coaches versus Eagles' average team. But this team ain't even average right now, guys. This team might be one of the worst in the league. This team ain't average right now.
We sat up here and said we need some dogs in the building. Dan Morgan got a bunch of puppies out there. A bunch of puppies out there. Ain't no dog, bro. I ain't see no dog, bro.
I saw a couple. No. To be fair, I saw a couple dogs.
JC,
I saw
JC,
T-Mac. I saw some dogs.
We're gonna talk about T-Mac. But ultimately, bro, it's a team sport.
All right, the majority of
we got one puppy, we got a bunch of puppies. We all going down together.
Will Robinson 843. The majority of my floor, my hotel were Panthers fans. We traveled to get embarrassed. I hate it here. Shout out to the champs. Brady played left tackle against the Giants last year. That's true.
Okay, my bad. I am staying corrected then.
Yeah, I do remember he did get the start for the Giants at left tackle. So he has done it, which makes it even worse, because then that tells me you definitely should have started him.
Well, we know he can do it because we saw it in the Matt Rule years for sure. So I do stand corrected that he played left tackle.
But if he played for him last year at left tackle, that makes this even worse that they started Yash over him. Just saying. All right, next up.
Yeah. All right. So those are the injuries. Roster moves. We signed a couple of guys to the practice squad. We had some vacancies there, so we signed Tommy. I'm not going to butcher his name and have A-Cash put me on the list, so I'm not doing that. Okay. You got it, Dave.
I don't know if I got it. Somebody gonna let me know if I got it very soon.
And shout out to another South Carolina guy, Israel Mukwamu. Now, I did like him coming out of South Carolina. I like Mukwamu, bigger safety. I haven't seen what he did in Dallas. I think he had a solid preseason, but we got some more safety help just in case. You know what I mean? So that is what it is for the roster moves. And again, they're on the practice squad.
Mr. Hunky Dory, Renfro did well except for the hospital balls.
Well,
we're
gonna talk about that. Hold that thought. We're gonna get to the Hunter Renfro plays, and because we got to unpack Bryce and his play. I've yet to talk about Bryce. We're gonna talk about it because it is a discussion that needs to be had because I think it's layered, and I think there's a lot of people scared to be critical of Bryce. Because and Dave, I think you're one of them, because I think you said it's not Bryce. we about to get to that. We about to get to that point.
I said it wasn't all Bryce.
Let's hold that thought. We'll get to that. Here we go. Dave. So Bryce Young, 18 to 35, 154 yards, 3 turnovers, and 1 touchdown. And again, we know some of the turnovers, at least one of the turnovers, one of the interceptions was not on him. But bro, we got to talk about some other things. And I'm gonna skip this slide because this is some more in-depth stats. We won't get to that because I need to save a little bit of time. But I do want to talk about this because I saw this floating around on X, Dave. I'm not sure if you saw this. Did you see this?
I haven't.
Okay. So I'll read the tweet. Fantasy Bandit says, Bryce Young had 150 yards worth of drop catches today, along with 1 drop TD, another 30-yard pass interference that would have gone for another TD by T-Mac. His second interception should have been a catch on what was a dump off that bounced off the uncontested Dowdle. So he's got 10 total drops. Now, on the record, it was only 1 recorded drop that was the fault of I think that was a Chuba Hubbard drop where and it was a fastball by Bryce. He threw it really fast and it went through Chuba's hands. That was the only recorded drop. Now I want to talk about this for 1 second. Now we'll go through some of these. So the unseen yards, my man has 150, and I think this is very Bryce friendly because some of this shit is on Bryce. Let's keep it a buck. Some of this stuff is in fact, on Bryce Young and not drops by the other ones. So let's unpack some of these. So there was 8-yard miss to 8. I don't know, 1 miss to 8. I don't know what that is. The drop by Renfro for 15 yards. I believe this is the one. This was the wheel route where if he throws the ball ahead of Hunter Renfro, that's a touchdown. That ball was underthrown, and yeah, it was a tough catch, but that ball should have been placed better. That's not on Renfro, bro. That throw was on Bryce. I don't care what you're not gonna tell me that's not on Bryce.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying it. I'm not denying that the ball was not properly placed. I'm not going to deny that. But what is the rule of a wide receiver?
Yes, if you touch it, agreed.
Okay,
I agree with that.
So we're not going to fully like I said, it ain't all on Bryce. But I'm not putting that one fully on Bryce. Because Renfro could have caught that.
That is a touchdown, bro.
But we're not even talking. But the point is, what he's identifying is not that it was a touchdown. He's identifying that it was a 15-yard gain that was dropped.
Yeah, but we can't overlook the fact that the ball wasn't placed well.
But he still almost got it. Steve Smith had to play with Jake Delhomme, bro.
But you made it a contested catch at that point. Your throw made it contested.
Answer this question.
Absolutely. 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
1,000% Coker comes down.
Exactly.
That's not the point.
No, it is the point. He should have caught the ball.
Coker 100% comes down with that football.
Definitely caught that joint, man.
I think that Adam Thielen comes down with that football.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's not the point. You made it more difficult.
No, but he put the detail that it was a drop by Renfro, and it was.
It wasn't it was a contested catch. The DB,
it's still a drop. A drop is a drop is a drop.
A drop, no, a contest. It becomes a contested catch, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
He had the defender like Isaiah Burt says. He had the defender right in his grill because of the ball placement, bro. That's not. I don't count that as a drop.
You just told me 2 wide receivers, one that's hurt and one that's no longer on our roster, would have caught that.
So Dave, if you go to NFL.com and you look up the stats, look up recorded drops. Is that going to show up as a drop for Renfro?
It should.
It's not because it's not a drop. It was a contested catch.
Fine. Move on. What's the next one you want to look at?
One.
We got like 30 of them. I know we're going to go shuffle.
And now this one is legit.
Which one?
No. This was not legit. I disagree with this one too. The interception after Leggett ran into the back of a player. No, the defender made a play on the football. Bryce should not have thrown that football when he could have ran for the first down. That's on Bryce.
No,
that is not, bro. This is cap. That interception is on Bryce, bro. 100% on Bryce. He didn't see the safety. The safety made a play on the football. That's on Bryce Young.
That's on Bryce.
Stop it. We're not doing it. He ran into the back of the. No. The DB made a good play. That's Bryce. That's on Bryce Young.
On Bryce.
No way he should have thrown that football. So that's on Bryce. The drop by JT Sanders. That is a tough. Now that's a tough catch.
You got.
I think he laid
listen.
out. No. Hold on. No. I agree with this one. I agree that this is a drop by JT. Like he had to lay out for it. Now that's a tough catch, but I do believe that one definitely counts. That one definitely counts.
That counts, bro. Like these guys get paid to catch these balls, bro.
Now, the next one, the drop by Renfro. I believe this one was the one over the middle. That was a bit of a hospital ball, but
you gotta catch that.
But
yo, did you see that joke that Marco Irvin talked? Yo, Marco Irvin talked about when he used to run slants and how he would focus to run slants. He would pretend that he's in the streets. So it's like he's running from. You remember, he's going to run for this slant, or he's going to run away from these streets, and that's why he did those slants. Because he used to take them joints all the time. Irvin used to do them joints all the time. Aiken was throwing hospital balls constantly at him, but that's what it was. And Renfro's a slot guy. He's supposed to do that. He's a slot guy. That's his job.
He got smacked. He got smacked.
I know, but he's supposed to catch that and hold it.
He could have. Adam Thielen would have caught that and held on to it.
Coker would have too.
Coker probably would have. Coker would have got blasted like that because he's probably a 50 pounds heavier than Renfro. And then this did a tip ball miss to 0. I don't recall that one off the top of my head. The drop out of bounds. That one, it was critical. That's the one where your boy couldn't get the 2 feet down. And that was critical, bro. That one's legit.
We did that twice. Remember when I told you did it twice? There's another one not too far from it.
Yeah, that one was legit. The drop by Hubbard, a bit of a fastball, but since you on a jugs machine, you should have caught that one. So I'm gonna give him that one too. The fumble, bro, that's on Bryce. But you gotta hold on to the football, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta hold on to football. You gotta slide. That's on Bryce. So, bro, that's Bryce. The thrown past the Renfro. Somebody, Bryce gotta take some of this heat. The PI on T-Mac, I think, that was PI. Give him that one. Miss by Bryce, 10-yard touchdown. I don't recall that one off the top of my head. I think is that the one where he threw out the back of the end zone?
I think so. I think that's the one.
Or that one could be the one where he threw out of bounds. I don't know which one is which. But that's another one, bro. And again, I get the frustration talking about the play where it was 4th and 1. We didn't run the football. That's a whole nother conversation. The play, I think they like what they saw. That's what Canales says. They like what they saw. They like the matchups they had. Everybody's saying that T-Mac ran the wrong route, and that's why Bryce was frustrated. This is the play after Bryce was frustrated, threw the helmet down. I don't care how bad the play went. You cannot throw the football out the back of the end zone on 4th and 1.
No,
you can't. You can't do that. I don't care if the play. You have to be able to adjust. You've got to figure out. In fact, if I'm keeping it a bean, Ja'Tavion Sanders was wide open. If I'm keeping it a buck, come off that read and hit JT wide open for the touchdown. That's up to me, bro. You got to be able to adjust. That to me, that's on Bryce.
Yeah,
that's
JT
on Bryce.
Too.
He was wide. You cannot throw that out the back of the end zone, bro. So either you run, you got to sacrifice yourself. You got to do something. Something got to give. But throwing it out the back of the end zone on 4th down is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable.
All right, let me do some of these super chats.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Dave.
How much do we expect this team to change from week 1 to week 2? A lot. I mean, NFL's week to week. Football's week to week, bro. Football's week to week.
At this point, bro, Aaron, Mr. Zimmerman, bro, I have zero expectations for this team, bro. I don't expect anything anymore. I'm not setting myself anymore up in. I at least wanted us to come out there and be somewhat respectable. I'm not setting myself. I have zero expectations. If we come out there and get blasted by 50 points, it won't surprise me.
No, that gets Arizona. We better not get blasted.
Bro, it won't surprise me, bro. It won't surprise me at this point.
Be done. Bryce out here in the pressure, scratching his arms, fidgeting in the pressure again, a little worried about his confidence again. Nah, I think you guys looking too deep into it. Nah, I'm not worried about Bryce's confidence. I'm more worried about everybody else around him. Norman 93, a take in type drop is not a contested catch attempt. He's talking about that contested catch you keep bringing up, bro.
I'm just saying it was bad ball.
Nah, you touch it, you catch it. Dominique, rewatch that first Renfro play. Yash so
there was some pressure for sure. There pressure for sure, but you got to be able to, bro.
Yash Neiman is part of the reason why his PFF grade Bryce's PFF grade was high. Because when you give up that many pressures, you kind of can't put that on a quarterback. The guy's got to have time too. Aiden, we could have had Harbaugh, but instead we got a guy that has to write books when he ticks off his wife and also doesn't believe in the preseason. Well, this is the second coach in a row that third coach in a row that don't believe in preseason. Big Jags fans, maybe just maybe the Jags are better than everyone.
I don't think so.
Y'all ain't winning the division.
Salute to the Jags though, since the Jags fans salute. Y'all didn't do anything special, bro. Y'all ain't doing anything special. We were trash, bro.
Y'all gonna find out. Garbage. I don't know who y'all play. Who the hell do the Jags play next week? Let me see who the hell the Jags play next week. Because you guys, you king right now.
Nah, salute to them, bro. Nah, salute to them.
Nah, they won the game.
They definitely beat us.
No, they won the game.
They weren't that great, bro. We were trash.
They weren't good though.
We were trash, bro. And that's what's scary about it. They beat us 26 to whatever to 10, and they not even that great.
Y'all ain't beating Cincinnati next week. I'll go ahead and put that out there on a limb for y'all. Y'all ain't beating Cincinnati next week. And Cincinnati played like crap last week, and I don't think y'all gonna beat Cincinnati next week. Y'all ain't beating Cincinnati next week. Y'all not beating Cincinnati next week. That TD pass to T-Mac was a PI. We already said that, my brother.
We agreed. He definitely grabbed his arm and made it a much more difficult catch than it needed to be. But yeah, definitely for sure. But beside the point. This is beside the point. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure y'all understand that, bro, Bryce definitely deserves some criticism here, bro. That was not a good game by him. And I get it. You missing your left tackle. You got to be able, bro. Everything can't be perfect for you, bro. And that's what I think. We're in year 3 right now, bro. I know year 1 was garbage, a wash. Year 2, you played a little bit better towards the end. You got benched, then you came back and played better. This is year 3 for you, bro. Everything can't be everybody else's fault anymore. Like I am no longer going to be and make excuses for Bryce Young. That's just what it is. I cannot do that. He has to play better. There are some instances, yes, not his fault. But there are some things he has to take. You cannot fumble the football. You cannot turn the football over. You can't. That's on Bryce, bro. There's some plays that are on Bryce.
Oh, there's no question about that.
That's all I'm saying. We can't just be like, oh, Bryce Young had 150 yards worth of drop catches today. But that's not the complete truth. It sounds nice, but some of them joints is on him.
Is he a game manager or a game changer?
Oh, he's a game manager, bro. Bryce is a game manager.
So if you have a game manager, that means you got to have tools around him.
He got tools.
You do. No, I'm just saying that out there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We can't. Well, it's no more excuses, bro. It's no more excuses for Bryce. That is it. Year 2 in the system. You got a run game. You got a good offensive line. Now I know Icky was out, but he was the run. That's a whole nother conversation with the run game because we got away from it because we got down at so many possessions. And once we get away from that, then once we get knocked off our game plan, which it seemed had been the case going back to Matt Rule, once we get knocked off our game plan, it's over, bro. We have zero ability to come back.
And the wild part of it all is that we were having conversations prior to the season and discussions prior to the season about what Bryce's expectations are, like what he was going to get. And I kept telling folks, if we're out here throwing the ball 30 plus times, we ain't winning many games. We're just not winning many games. That's not how we're going to operate here. And he threw the ball 35 times on Sunday. Like, we're not going to win many games throwing that much, guys. I know that's hard.
We've reiterated that a million times, bro. Like we know that we need to run the football, but in order to run the football, you have to be in control of a game. Yes. That's our problem. You can't. You have to be flexible enough in your system and find a way to be able to come back from games when you get knocked off your game plan. This goes back to Matt Rule, bro. We cannot get out of our when the game is over. When we get down 1 or 2 possessions, we have zero ability to come back. None. None. It's sad, bro. It's sad. It is sad.
But Aiden, salute the Tep for keeping his drinks in the box.
Yeah.
And we got a couple more. And we got to go to the next slide after we do these. Lowest pass rush rate this week also. Yep, 13%.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're
gonna get there, man. We got a lot of things to go through, man, but we really appreciate the super chats. Happy Travis ain't score because Glaze would have been wild.
Yeah,
pause on that one. Missed elevation. At some point, the team takes on the personality of the head coach, and right now, Canales' personality comes off as unprepared and soft. And
that is a valid point, and I think that I've pointed this out last year.
Is he the head coach?
I pointed it out last year that hey, that rah super positive attitude is all good until
when you're not winning,
hit the fan. When hit the fan, how are you gonna react? How are you gonna react? You know what I mean? And
when shit hits the fan, is you still a fan?
It's not looking good. I'd argue that hell, we taking on the personality of our coach and our quarterback because both of them is lackadaisical and we're gonna basics and fundamentals. We got to get no. Bryce showed a little bit of moxie and not moxie, but showed a little bit of frustration and emotion as when he threw his helmet down. That was great to see. I mean, the play before it was trash, but it's good to see that you care.
Eight. I got a couple more. 3 more. Aiden Guthrie, run on 2-1, run on 3-1, pass on 4th and inches. Dave Canales masterclass. That is correct.
It's been day one.
And he's calling the plays, guys.
Last year.
He's calling the plays, same as last year. Bryce, Double O King, Bryce 100% has to play better, but when is our head coach going to script the opening game plan to get the offense in a rhythm? I mean, what he needs to do, and I don't know if he does it, he needs to do the Mike Shanahan route. So for those who don't know, when Mike Shanahan was the head coach, well, when he was the head coach of the team too, but when he was the head coach of Denver Broncos, he had 15 plays that he always did. First 15 plays were always the same. He picked 15 plays he was going to start the game with. Those are 15 plays that were called at the beginning of every game he had. He never changed that. That's the way he always did it. Maybe Canales needs to do that. Clelham, yo, when we catch this W, I'm gonna need it. I told y'all. Look, bro, I think we're gonna beat Arizona next week.
Bro, I have zero expectation, bro.
ALS, we are closer to a decade of Panther poverty. Each horrible Sunday, I look forward to this podcast to be entertained with something Panthers related. We need to change. We have to change the podcast, man. I've been covering HBCU sports for a little bit. Maybe we need to talk about some
ugly,
other things.
Bro. It's ugly, man. It's so frustrating. All right, let's go ahead and hit this. The rookie watch. PFF grades. Obviously, T-Mac is our highest graded player at 78.9. 53 snaps, played all the game. Played the entire game and had 5 receptions, 68 yards. Everybody else was basically null and void. They didn't play much. Nick Scoring played the bulk, played 18 snaps. Everybody else was basically non-existent. Yeah, and so that's the conversation where Canales says, "Hey, I want to see the guys play more. I'm encouraging on the defensive side, which makes zero sense because you're the head coach."
It makes plenty of sense. It makes plenty of sense for Shad. He didn't get to pick his DC. He was inherited.
Yeah.
Who hired him? It wasn't even the previous head coach. Who hired him? Who hired him?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we know Tep paid the bag for
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the thing is, man, like I know folks want Evero gone. Y'all gonna have to wait a while, buddy. Y'all gonna have to wait a while. It's not happening this season. I don't think it is. I'll be shocked.
Yeah. So, and again, this is just a rookie. And again, shout out to T-Mac, man, because I as bad as things were, T-Mac is a bright spot. I mean, he's him. He is him. He played exceptionally well. Caught the football. I know he had the little one hand and people trying to drag him. I do believe it was a PI, and so that's kind of why he went up with the one hand. But the catch he had that was was the PI that he caught. I thought that was a fantastic catch. They should have declined that and challenged it or whatever so he can get those yards because that was a hell of a catch. Did we ever get any definitive of that? Was that actually a catch? The one where he went to the ground and basically caught the football and it kind of touched the ground.
That's not a catch.
It was not a catch.
It wasn't a catch.
I thought it was a catch.
It's not a catch.
But it was PI anyway, so that's why we got the yards. But
Yeah,
it was called incomplete. Okay, fair enough.
but his contract. Yeah, so Noli, his contract expires. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean Pep's going to be willing to pay the rest of the bill. He's staying for the rest of the year. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
He can't convince me otherwise.
I think that people may be trying, and it's not working out for the better. But he was in line to get a head coaching job. That's not happening. And that is not going to happen. The way the Panthers are playing right now, and the way the defense is playing, no chance.
16. We got 17 more games, to be fair.
I said right now,
16
the
more
way
games.
he's looking right now, he's not getting a head coaching job, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening. But yeah, again, a lot of criticism for the lack of play by the young guys, and he's encouraging Averill to play the defensive guys, the young defensive guys more. So we'll see. You can't go nowhere but up, because there was zero pass rush. We'll talk about that in just a second, but yeah, not a good look across the board. All right, so again, just a quick update on T-Mac and how he was able to lead all rookie receivers in receiving yards of 68. Tyler Warren is a tight end, which is why he's at the top, and I said wide receivers. But salute to T-Mac for doing that. Fantastic. I think he has a lot of room to grow. I think he's going to be 1,000-yard receiver this year, and we got it all started right. So I'm with it. I love what he's doing. Support T-Mac 1,000%. But anything on that day in the rookies?
Yo, I caught some of the Tampa game during Red Zone, and Ibuka was balling, sir.
Yeah, he nice.
2 touchdowns?
Yeah, he nice.
Balling, sir.
He nice.
He's him.
And they already stacked.
Yeah, they got Evans, and they still got, and I think Godwin's out right now, but he'll be back soon. But yeah, he's him.
Yeah.
And Travion Henderson's running back for the Patriots. But still, that's still impressive, man. Like, shout out to all these guys.
Shout out to T-Mac, though. He had a
he's leading the pack.
Yeah, he's T-Mac is him, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. Tyler Warren, my God.
Yeah.
Ball for the Colts, too. Shout out to Daniel Jones out here with his resurgence. You saw that?
Colts destroyed Miami. That was nasty work. And I was in Miami watching that game. That's all they had on the TV. It was bad. They got destroyed. All right, let's keep moving. So let's just talk about
one more super chat. Don't want to get too far behind. Oh, my final thought: if we see another T motion across the line to Chuba running up the gun,
Jatavion. There was a lot of Jatavion in motion and them setting up that run. Maybe they're trying to set something up. We couldn't get around to completely implement the offense because we get smacked or turn the football over. So like they couldn't. I'm assuming that that Canales was trying to set something up. You know what I mean, and trying to get something going with that motion. Maybe they were going to hand it off one time. I don't know. But yeah, there was a lot of Tetairoa in motion and then handing the football off. But anyway, so yeah, again, offensive struggles. We talked about it a little bit. Turnovers, they completely killed the momentum. We had 5 total turnovers. If you want to count the turnover on downs, those counted as turnovers as well. So 5 total turnovers in addition to the interceptions and the fumble. Offensive line miscommunications, the snaps being high, guys coming free on blocks, getting Bryce killed and having to run for his life. And the run, I know Chuba played well, but we just abandon the run, bro. Like we abandon the run. Bryce ends up throwing the football 35 times. We have to be able to establish and keep the run game going. And we can't do that when we turn the football over and we can't stop anything on defense. I felt like the defense played okay for a little stretch, and they gave up that 71-yard, and it was a wrap from that point. But yeah, not good. The offensive line struggles. The offensive struggles. Any more thoughts on this, or anything else you want to add to it?
No, man. I think the thing that bothered me more than anything else was all the freaking high snaps, and I think that impacted the rhythm of the offense too, big time. And I hated it. And I got so furious. I'm thinking this is the wrong center as it is, and you're not. And their lack of not wanting to do it was pissing me off. Shout out to Mert talking about leave your mark, shaking my damn head. Appreciate the super chat, my man. Yeah, we left our mark all right. It wasn't much of a mark. It's probably more of a skid mark. But all right. So all right, next slide.
Yep. And then a couple things that went well. I thought, Chuba's solid. He had a good game, 89 total yards, had the touchdown reception. So I thought Chuba ran well. I would like to see a little bit more rotation in the running backs. I'd like to see Dotto a little bit more. But Chuba, he ran well. I thought the run, one thing we are able to do, even with Yosh Nijman, he was a solid run. His run block grade was pretty good. So he can run block. I think that's why they got him out there. It's just the pass blocking is where it's suspect. And so I think even with Icky is a better run blocker than he is a pass protector. You know what I mean? So we need to be able to establish that run. And I felt like we were doing okay with it. And then it's just the turnovers. The turnovers just kill all the momentum. T-Mac, we talked about him, 5 catches, 68 yards. And then Jaycee Horn with the incredible interception, bro. Incredible interception. Dave, anything else you want to add to that?
I love that play. Shout out to T-Mac, man. We have a wide receiver 1 now. Now we have a wide receiver 1.
You calling it already?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver 1. What I saw, he's a wide receiver 1. And I know I wasn't the biggest fan of taking a wide receiver in the first round because we had Leggett.
Hit that button, Dave.
Yeah, you're right. Look, I'll
That's
own
for
it.
you.
That's fine. I own it. But at the same, because I felt like we shouldn't have. In that case, then I questioned the Leggett pick more. But it was the right decision to take T-Mac. He's a wide receiver 1. And Coker could be right on the other side with him when he comes back healthy. Because I don't think Leggett should be starting once Coker comes back.
I think once Coker comes back, he's definitely.
I think you need to go ahead and put Coker on the outside and just call it a wrap, guys.
I'd rather see what I got in Bryson Tremaine at this point.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm there. Like, but I know they're not going to do that. They're not.
They're not going to do that.
But they might start Coker on the outside, maybe. But I think Leggett will still be part of the 3. I don't think that's going away.
Yeah.
But all right. Yeah, he'll be part of the 3. All right. What we got next?
Patreon. Let's get to the patreon.com real quick. Patreon.com/PantherNationPC. Check us out. If you want to sign up to become an MVP level member, you have access to ticket giveaways, which is one I'm about to do right now. Matter of fact, I got a giveaway that I'm going to do for a ticket to sit in the Silver Club with myself in the best section in Bank of America Stadium, which is section 310. Silver Club seats, covered seat. You know what I mean? It's this dope. And I'm gonna do a giveaway. Shout out to the Patreon members. Please claim these tickets if you win. So let's get it. Let's go.
Slick
Vic, what's good with you, man? Slick Vic is the winner for the MVP giveaway this go round. So shout out to Slick Vic. RJ almost got you there. No, shout out to Slick Vic in the chat. Shout out to Slick, man. Hit me up. Oh, close, RJ, close. But yeah, man, salute to Slick Vic, man. Rocking with your boy. I think I have Seahawks, Saints, and I forgot the other one. Remind me. I think it's in the Discord. I put it in the Discord, but shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Again, that's what happens when you contribute to the channel. I try to give back and give back to the people that support us. All right. So appreciate all the MVP level members. We've got 2 more games left. If you want to have a chance to win, please go to patreon.com/PantherNationPC.
All
right. Let's get it. Shout out to the franchise folks, and also shout out to the free agents. Appreciate y'all. All right. Underdog, man.
All right.
Got it.
Week 1 of the NFL season just ended. So the guys, we got week 2 going on. We're gonna I'm pretty sure they typically do like a later best ball. So go get into those drafts as well. But you can also do daily fantasy now in the NFL every week if you want to. So you can pick your line, you can do draft your lineups every week if you want. So go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. That's underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. And they do specials. So just keep an eye out. Make sure you download the app. It's a phenomenal app. I played some this week. Wasn't as fortunate this week, but I got some best ball leagues that are doing pretty well. So All right. Shout out to Underdog.
RJ, shout out to RJ. I'm in section 310. 310.
And we got a couple more super chats we need to hit. I think Chris Cardwell, I do not blame the 3-4 scheme. I blame Everill's 3-4 scheme. Old or young, the players are not in the right position to make the plays. I mean, there's some talent missing too, but that's a whole different discussion. But that doesn't give Everill a pass for what I'm saying. Jimmy Horn had no package. What the hell? Pause. Jimmy Horn is never going to get activated.
He's bro.
I've been trying to tell you guys that.
Never going to see those packages. Pause.
I tried to tell y'all that. There's only way he was going to get active, and that was if he was going to win that kicking job. That was the only way. The return job. That was the only way. He's not going to get a jersey all year unless somebody gets hurt. And that's somebody.
But he did make the roster though. So
he made the roster.
Hit the button for that. Hit the button for that though.
That's fine.
Trying to get him up out of here.
No, because I knew that he wasn't going to get a jersey. That was my thing. Like if he's going to make the roster, I want him to get a jersey. He ain't going to get no jersey. He ain't getting no jersey. That's the problem. Like like Blackshear didn't make the team, and that man still didn't get a jersey. Like that's my point because he was going up against Etienne. who does get a jersey. Just saying. All right,
let's keep it moving. All right, so what went wrong, Dave? A couple things that went wrong. The 71-yard run by Travis Etienne, that basically flipped the entire game. After that it was a wrap at that point. It was a gut punch. I thought we were defending the well, somewhat defending the run, somewhat okay up until that point. But then, you got Nick Scott who whiffs on a tackle and off to the races. Now, shout out to Roseboom for chasing him down, though, because he did run quite a distance to catch him and prevent a touchdown. But, I really thought that we had that run situation under control. And it appears that even with Derrick Brown, that is not the case. Dave, any thoughts? Any thoughts?
This is the one where Nick Scott didn't. Nick Scott, he whiffed, right?
He whiffed.
And this is the one where he made the whole excuse.
Yeah, this is why people want to see Ransom, and they're calling for Nick Scott to get cut, benched, whatever you want to call it. But again, this is one of those things where you would like to see a youth in the building. You want to see what Ransom can do in that situation. And I think that shout out to Mike K, because Mike K from the Charlotte Observer asked a lot of good questions. And I thought one of the questions that he asked was it was a valid question, because I thought the same thing, was that is there some duplication of skill set between Merrick and Ransom? And Canales said no, they both can play basically both sides and they can do everything. But I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why we don't see Ransom as much as we want to. But hopefully we will, because that Nick Scott whiff was not it. I will give Nick Scott a little bit of a pass on that touchdown. The touchdown situation where I think the tight end was wide open. I don't think that was his fault. He was just happened to be the closest guy. I think that was a linebacker issue. I think Trevin Wallace was the one that ran to the quarterback basically and bailed on his coverage assignment.
On his assignment.
Yeah. So I believe that's what caused that touchdown.
He bailed on his assignment. And that's why he has the lowest PFF rating on the team too.
Yeah. Not good.
All right. Got a couple super chats. Nick Scott whiffs on the tackle. Yes, water is wet. Thank you, A-Cash, for the super chat. Chris Cardwell, we do need to give our cornerback some love.
Agreed. I thought that Mike and JC played both of them played
really well.
They played really well. So I think again, but that's only half the battle, bro. And a shout out to JC, because I thought he was good in the run game too. JC was active in the run game, did a great job. So yeah, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's not a good look. Not a good look.
The one bright note on defense, we did hold the Jags to 6 points in the second half, but I would argue that we couldn't do anything, so they didn't have to do that much in the second half.
Yeah,
the game was already done at that point. But but it was good that they kept them down, so it didn't become worse. I will say that. Ned Scott can't tackle, and Trevin Wiles with no brain cells. Don't do that to Trevin. But shout out to you, be done for the super chat.
Sheesh.
That's rough.
These
That's rough.
second year guys are having a tough go, man. Jatavion and looking at great. We praised his hands coming out of college. Pause.
He's out here dropping.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot. Even in the preseason, he got drops. So obviously his preseason reps didn't matter because he's still dropping footballs. And then it's tough out here. It's tough out here, bro. It's tough out here for the second year guys. But then we had the 15-yard drive by Jacksonville in the fourth. That obviously sealed it. The Panthers, we again continue to lack identity and execution, man. We've been saying that for several years now, and we still don't have any identity. Nobody knows what the Panthers are going to do. We say we're going to run the football, that we turn around and throw it 35 times. We say we're going to be tough. We look soft. This is what it is, man. And again, I hate to be that guy, man. I really hate to be that guy. But it's just not looking good. It's not looking good. And then Dave, you can go ahead. I don't know if you got a where's the pass rush button, but
but I'm gonna get one.
But
where's the pass rush?
5 pressures on 40 dropbacks. I mean, not non-existent. I mean, you're talking about. I think 3 of them came from Wanham. So salute to him. And then the other 2 came from Ashawn. There was nothing from anybody else outside of that. And the inverse of that, the Jaguars forced 15 pressures, that's not a crazy amount. Like once you started getting 20s, that's ridiculous. We'd like to see pressures under 10. But obviously with Yash Nijman out there, that's not you're gonna give up a little bit more than that. I thought that again, but 5 pressures, bro, is ridiculous. 5 pressures on 40 dropbacks is not a good look. It's not a good look. And then we going back to the run real quick. Just a quick stat, man. Quick stat. Over the last 18 games, which includes the entire Dave Canales era, the Panthers defense has allowed 200 or more rushing yards 9 times, including 7 consecutive games. 7 consecutive games, bro. And then in 35 games as defensive coordinator, that's from 2023 to 2025, Eva Rowe's run defense has given up 120 rushing yards on 26 occasions, 26 times. So out of 35 games, 26 times is getting up 120 yards. It's not good. It's not good. Not a good look. So just some defensive stats. It's not looking good. Doesn't appear it's getting any better. I even again thought Derrick Brown would come back in and put an end to that.
This is first game back though.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming. I'm
trying to be patient. I'm trying to be patient, you know.
Because and then Derrick Brown's his first game back, and then Wharton goes down. I think I had Wharton been in the game out because he was the only one playing. To me, he was playing with some heart. He had some swag out there. He has some swag out there. So not a good look.
All right, we got 2 super chats I want to hit before we go to the next slide. Shout out to DJ G Boy. Panthers playing style left when they let Wilkes go. He didn't have a squad, but at least he played with heart and it didn't look soft. Well,
it's true.
It came from that Rivera line, man. Let me shut up, man. Let me be quiet. Double O Kane, speaking of the pass rush, I played close attention every time Score was on the field. Dude looked lost to me. I hope the coaches don't think that way because they do. That means they're not going to play.
That's probably why they're not playing. I don't know. We not at the practice. We didn't get to go to training camp, so we didn't get to see it.
One more. Hindsight, don't see how we're okay with letting just go with Shaq Thompson. These linebackers make him look like a Hall of Famer. We haven't had good linebackers consistently since Luke retired, man. But let me get started. All right, next slide, man. I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get angry again. Oh my God.
Look at that.
That's a good point,
bro. That's kind of crazy to see though, and sad though. Definitely sad.
Too bad he got hurt.
All right, Dave. Let's have this conversation real quick. The Canales critique, right? Is it the execution or is it game plan? We keep going back to that, right? What are your thoughts on this? Is it execution or is it the game plan?
Can it be both?
It's your answer.
Oh, both. Because I think the players will have some challenges with execution throughout the game, particularly on the offensive line. We had a lot of drops, but I think that, and it goes back to what I said about preparation and preseason and all the other stuff. I think his game plan was terrible, bro. I think we tout him as a play caller, but it looked just as bad as what we were critical of the first 2 games of the preseason about the other guy calling. Bragg isn't calling the plays. It looked bad.
No,
it looked bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad.
It wasn't that bad. No, I ain't gonna let you do that. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh well, maybe we should see how bad it truly can be.
Man, I don't know, man, but I think.
But do you think it might be an issue of he can't handle both?
Maybe that is the thing, and maybe that is why he's saying I let the defense do what they do. Right? I'm encouraging them to do XYZ.
But oh man, I'm about to ask another question that's going to probably rack people's brains. Do you think that is a factor of hiring an offensive guy as a head coach? And I think that's problematic. I think that's problematic, bro. Like, I don't know if I want a head coach that's not willing to walk in and say, all right, this is what we're going to do, even if it's on the other side of the ball. You're the head coach. You should not be saying you're trying to encourage your defensive coordinator to play the young guys. You're the head coach. You should be saying, we're going to start playing more of our young guys. Like, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's why I kept asking the question throughout the show, and I tweeted it.
Okay, that's fair. But let me play devil's advocate a little bit. If you're Evero, and we all know Evero, his job is on the line, basically.
Sure.
If I know that these dudes ain't ready, why would I put them out there in a situation where I'm about to get fired or canned if shit don't go well?
He ain't gonna get canned during the season. For one, I don't think he will.
No, and just in general, like canned, whether
but the thing is, he's canned regardless. This is his last year of his contract. Okay, so from his perspective, from my perspective, what do you got to lose? If your head coach says, "I want to play young guys,"
you have a job to lose.
He can go find. He ain't gonna lose his job during the season. He ain't got no contract.
No.
All right, let's
say. He could say what you're gonna say.
Let's keep it a beam, bro. Do you think Canales is gonna rehire him regardless of how well he does this year?
If he turn it around, yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he's getting another contract with us. I don't think that matters regardless. I think if he does well, he'll end up getting another gig somewhere else. And if he doesn't do well, then he'll probably end up being a positions coach somewhere. But I don't think he's going to get another job. I don't think he's going to get another contract with us. I don't.
I don't know how.
I personally think Canales can use this to get him an additional year. That's my personal opinion.
What you mean?
Like,
okay, I got you. Never mind. I see what
you're saying. Yeah. So now let me be clear. I don't think Canales is going anywhere. But my point is that he can use that as, hey, now I didn't really get to pick my defensive coordinator type thing. Because he didn't. So you can say the same thing about a quarterback too, but that's a whole different discussion point. But I'm not ready to go that far yet. But I think I think it's both. I think we didn't have a good game plan. I think I've seen the names that you're bringing in, and I would not be mad if Brian Flores became our defensive coordinator 1 iota.
Bro, he cooking with the Vikings. Why the hell would he leave?
Oh, I'm pretty sure Tepper can give you a lot of reasons why you would leave.
Yeah, that worked out well for us this go around, didn't it?
Look, man. If Canales says if Canales says he wants Brian Flores will be here next year. If they made this, which I think that they will, regardless. Brian Flores checks some boxes too. He checks the box. He checks the same box that Evero checks. That's part of the reason why he stuck around. Let's be clear, guys. I'm not going to be foolish with this. They want that 3rd round pick. Okay? There's reasons why. They're not going to get it with Evero, but maybe they probably won't give it Flores either with everything going with the lawsuit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But either way, yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. Flores would. If it was a bigger check, he definitely would.
Oh no.
All right.
So execution of game plan. Going back to that discussion, I think it's a combination of both. I think that we can't, and it pains me to say as an offensive guy, like you got to be able to adjust, right? When we get knocked off our out of our game plan, we start getting down a couple of possessions. We panic. We don't know how to come back from it, and so I think it's a combination. I'm with you guys. I agree. It's a combination of both. There is no spark on offense. No explosive plays. We just kind of are lackadaisical out there. I mean, there was a couple that were out there, and potentially big plays. But it's just we got something in the offense has got to get better, bro. I mean, Canales. We could say a couple things with Canales. Because we over here talking about the defense, right? We're talking about how the defense, he didn't hire his guy on defense. Well, Dave, did he draft Bryce Young?
No.
So that to my point is that he's got an out. If the guy can't execute what I'm trying to get done, then he benched him last year. So Dave, I think he's got a couple of reasons for an additional year. I don't want to turn this into a fire. I don't think Canales is
No, I don't think he's going to get fired. But here's the dilemma that you have with Bryce. And I'm going to be hypothetical. Let's say we end up in the top 5 of the draft this year. I don't think we will, but let's say it happens.
If we end up in top 5, I'll check on my mental health, bro.
But let's say it happens, and which it will make sure you go to therapy and we'll check on your mental health. All right. If it happens, they're not going to give Bryce the 5th-year option. I think, is that a safe assumption?
Oh yeah, that's safe.
Okay. So that means there's a high likelihood with the draft class is supposed to be coming out. They're supposed to be good. We're probably going to take a quarterback if we're in the top 5. That's just the reality. Okay, if we're not going to give Bryce the 5th-year option, he's going to walk into his 4th year without the 5th-year option. It'll be his last season. And then you can have the guy rest if he wants to rest. I mean, you can have the new guy sit. And then that'll be that. Nick Canales will have his guy, and he'll get his 4th year as a coach to try to figure it out. I can see a legitimate scenario. Canales signed a 6-year deal. Tetairoa might be tired of paying all these damn coaches. So he's probably going to try to sit this one out. He really likes Dave Canales because he knows that if this doesn't work out, he's going to have to fire everybody. I don't think you just fire Canales. I don't think that's going to happen with this run. Because you did hire a GM you did hire a GM that was already in the building. I know folks forget that, but Dan Morgan was already in the building when he got hired. So I think at that point you're in clean house mode review. So I think they're going to give Canales more time than any. I think Tetairoa's going to give Canales more years than any other coach he's ever given to try to get this right.
I agree. I agree. I don't think anybody's going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah. I think he's going to let him cook, but it's frustrating. It's really frustrating to see us take that step back because that's what it is. Let's call it for what it is. It was a step back. The Jaguars, they're a beatable team. Salute to them for dominating us, but that was a winnable game. And with the way the rest of the season sits, it's a terrible way to start the season. It's a terrible way to start the season. The schedule was tough. It gets tougher after week 4 or 5, somewhere around that range. We got to be on our P's. We have to turn this thing around, bro. It cannot be another. We can't throw another dud out there. It's just not. And I get it. I see the chat. It's just week 1. It's been week 1 for 6 years, 7 years now. We're working on Jay-Z time.
Yeah, right? We've been talking about week 1 since Hove.
I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not gonna be knocked off my criticism of this team and individuals because y'all saying it's week 1. It's not. That's not it, bro. 6-7. I saw that. So listen, everybody gets the smoke, bro. Everybody gets the smoke.
All right, let's.
Yeah,
we got a couple of super chats we need to hit. Too busy. If Scott's the anchor to the scheme, then the scheme is trash. He shows the best it can be. I'm so hot about his response. It's time to go. I'm with you, Too Busy. It's time to make a move. Ryan, why the excuse for Ebro is always we ain't got the guys? All 31 other teams got dudes except us. We only team with bums. It's starting to look like it, my man. Not all bums though. We got some pretty good players on the defense, just not enough. Ebro, shout out, Ebro may not want to put Ransom and the others out because they're not ready, but does he think Scott is really going to help him improve his stock? Well, obviously, yeah. Otherwise, he would have benched him by now.
Yeah, if he had better options, I think he would have been playing him.
Unless he truly believes his job's not on the line. Double okay. And if Ebro's banking on players like Nick Scott to keep his job, that man is insane. He needs to be let go. B Boats, Will 919. Will we win a Super Bowl in our lifetime? Yes or no?
Man, I hope so, bro.
Yeah, I
hope so. I just want one, bro. If we can win one Super Bowl, I'll take decades of mediocrity afterwards.
That's what the Bucs did. I just want
one Super Bowl, bro. I'm okay with that. Just give one Super Bowl, and I'll be mediocre forever. But so let's talk about his style, Dave. Because we brought it up earlier. People are saying he's got the Cali, the laid back, the cool, calm, collected. Is this the right style for what we need? Is this? Because I do agree with what the chat said earlier, is that the team takes on the personality of the head coach, right? I agree with that, and it does appear that the team is pretty lax and chill, like lackadaisical. We just look like we going through the motions out there. So is his coaching style the right coaching style?
His coaching style is closer to Matt Rule than Ron Rivera. Take that as you may.
I don't know what you mean by that. Break it down, Dave.
I think that Ron Rivera, while he was a player's coach, he was fiery. He was intense. He had an edge as a head coach. Matt Rule wasn't that. And neither is Canales. So when you talk about how you coach, it's night and day compared to what Ron was, compared to what John Fox was. They didn't have an edge. Like he does, like Canales doesn't have that. Canales doesn't have that edge, or Steve Wilkes. Canales doesn't have that. So, and the thing is, when you talk about the style, I mean, a lot of these players are coming through from Dan Morgan. Like a lot of the folks from the Rivera regime are gone. There's still some folks around from the Matt Rule regime. There ain't too many of those left either. So, I'm just saying it. And somebody said Rule was twice as tougher on the team than Canales.
TBO.
But however, was he as tough as Rivera or Fox or Capers? And that's the thing too. Is Capers still on payroll? Ain't Capers still on payroll?
Yes.
Yo, this is wild to me. It's wild
Caldwell
to me.
Too.
Well, Caldwell wasn't. I never saw Caldwell as like a fiery guy. Caldwell came from the Dungy line. So that was a different style of coaching. But it was effective. Caldwell's a good coach. I don't think he gets enough credit. But
yeah. All right. So, and again, I'm by all means not out on Canales. I think
I'm not either.
What makes it frustrating, and this is what makes it even more frustrating, is because we saw it at the end of last year, bro. Like we saw the ability to put good games together. Like we saw it. And for us to take the step back and just basically hit the reset button is super frustrating. So, but we got to bounce back. We don't have a choice, man. Like this team, people are already starting to turn on this team. The fans starting to turn on the team. It's the infighting, and I'm right there with them. I'm about at wit's end with this team, bro. Like enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
All right, Owen Hart.
Shout to Owen. Shout to Owen, bro. Shout to Owen, man. OG.
No, shout to AJ Lee, man. Came back.
Saw that.
I love that, yo.
So
Love
real
that.
quick before we get in, before we kind of shut it down, I got a couple questions. And it kind of coincides with it. Should we be concerned, or are we to stay patient? And if you're gonna say stay patient, how many weeks until you lose your SHIT with this team and being mid?
I'll say this. If we get the brakes beaten off us from Arizona, I'm going to be in red zone mode starting week 3. I'm going to put it out there right now. If we go up to Arizona and we get the brakes beaten out of us, if we lose to a close one, I'll be pissed, but I won't be like I won't go to red zone. But if we get the break, if it looks like what we saw on Sunday, and if we see that again out in Phoenix, I'm going to be in red zone mode starting week 3. I'll be red zoning it up. I might call Google to see if I can get my Sunday ticket money back and just pay for red zone by itself.
Yeah. For me, I think
I ain't wait till week 8, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
week 8 is
bro.
A long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I'm flipping my.
Can we count the preseason too? Then it only be week 5.
No, that for me, that's when it starts. I think the first Falcon, the home game against the Falcons is gonna tell me all I need to know. That's the first home game. If we come out looking like trash with no energy, I'm probably gonna be done. If we lose to the Falcons and we're like 0 and whatever, I'm pretty much done.
If we get red zone, you won't see any Panthers.
That's funny, but it's not funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That's funny,
bro.
but it's not funny. Bro.
That is hilarious, bro. I cannot. I figured it out, y'all. Carolina Panthers, the job coaches take when they want a retirement plan. Rule got it. Frank got it. Now Dave working on it. Nobody had a better retirement plan than Frank Wright. Nobody. Not a soul. Nobody,
facts.
Bruh.
That's facts, bro. He definitely retired on that Tepper dime.
I'm gonna tell you a story offline. I'm gonna tell you a story about Frank offline. I can't do it here, but I'm gonna tell you a story about it offline.
Not at liberty to share your sources?
Oh no, I ain't gonna share the source. No, I ain't gonna share this one. Maybe I'll tell the Patreon. Maybe it depends, but I'm definitely I'll tell you this story offline.
Yeah. But for me, I think what's our schedule looking like, bro? We got
While you do that, let me go into the rest of your super chat. Shout out to Acash. Nick Scott shall henceforth be a term used as an insult from now on. I Nick Scotted equals I effed up. The pizza is Nick Scott. This pizza is oh my God, Acash. You are a mess. Appreciate the super chat though. DJ G boy. Wilkes sent Robbie to the locker room during the game. That sends a statement to the team. Canales would never do that. Wilkes was like around and find out. You're right. He was. Be done. If Bryce is still clapping for the ball after week 3, we are cooked.
Yeah. Bro, now this is in all seriousness, they got until week 5, bro. That Miami game. Bro, if we like
Miami might have a new coach by then. I ain't gonna hold you.
1-4 or hopefully we can get a couple of wins. But bro, we gotta get by week 5, we need to have at least 2 wins. At least. And that's being very generous. At least 2.
AA Cash. Young Way might not be on the roster by then.
Yeah, Young Way. You might not have to say that.
They supposedly already got a kicker. They're already trying out another kicker right now in Atlanta. Young Way might not be on the roster by then.
He more than Anderson that joint, bro.
Yo, bro, he might not be on that roster by then. Just saying. I didn't think Jacksonville was going to be easy. I just thought Jacksonville was winnable. But at least one positive didn't come out. At least you guys will stop that whole. Well, this happened in 2015. This happened in 2003. Y'all stop that now. That's over.
That got ended quick, Dave.
That got ended immediately. So I ain't seen no more pitches. Nah, Ohio State won the championship.
Nah, that's done, bro.
Yeah. We ain't gotta see that no more.
Yeah, that's over, bro.
Cage Loose missed it. They got until week 2 to get their shit together. Yeah. It just all depends on what I see week 2. I am glad that's over. I got sick of seeing those pitches. And I'm like, guys, this is not helping. This is not helping at all. Not helping.
So my last question is this. Who deserves the blame the most blame with the way things are going? Is it Bryce? Is it Canales? Is it the defense, Evero/defense? Is it the front office, or is it other? Who you got, Dave?
I've been screaming about the fact that we haven't fixed the linebacker situation for a very, very long time. And I think our defense being atrocious against the run, part of that, and having 207 straight games of giving up 200 yards rushing, part of that is because we don't have no damn linebackers. So I'm going to put this.
Y'all funny in the chat. The chat said yes.
If you want to make me pick something now, I'm going to put it on the front office. I think they've
So Dan Morgan.
Yeah, I'm putting this on Dan. If you ask me who, like, they all get an ounce of this blame. Let me be clear. But if you're asking me who gets the most right now, I got to put this on Dan. Bro, he's been there. He's been there. He's been there before he became the GM. You know what I'm saying? He's been there for a while now. So I'm putting this on Dan. Point blank, period.
Raquel. Somebody said I blame Raquel.
Somebody said Raquel.
That's funny. Yeah, I, in all seriousness, though, I do think the Panthers, and I thought they dropped this leave your mark and leave our mark and all this stuff. I do think the Panthers have a serious culture issue, bro. It's a culture problem, bro. I think because, bro, people are leaving the Panthers and they're being successful elsewhere. It's like, bro, it's a culture issue. Something is off in that building. And I know it's easy to blame Tepper, but I think Tepper has largely stepped back, at least from a public standpoint. And I just think that we have a culture issue, bro. We have a really bad culture problem. We need to get it fixed. Nobody respects us. Nobody cares about the Panthers. Nobody's talking about the Panthers. We got destroyed by an average team at best in the Jaguars. And we got to turn it around. Somebody needs to take some pride, bro. Somebody has to man up and say, all right, we're not taking this no more. And I'm gonna be honest. Look at our captains. Like look at the leaders. Look at the leadership of the team. Right. You got Dave Canales, laid back, chill. Bryce Young, laid back, chill. Derek Brown, laid back, chill. Like we need somebody. Somebody needs to grab somebody and smack the shit out of somebody. Like we have to do something. All of our leaders are chill, and we need somebody to step up and send a message. Dan Morgan, bro, you be looking psycho in the daggone press conferences. Like what kind of energy are you exuding behind closed doors? Like somebody needs to turn up, bro. Like what you saying publicly, even with Derek Brown, man, I respect his press conference, but bro, that sound good. Yeah, we got all the talking is over. But yeah, that sound good. But let's make the changes on the field, bro. Let's get something on the field, man. Like let's see it on the field. Let's knock some heads off. Let's get somebody to take a personal foul call for fighting. Let's sacrifice somebody like one of the special teams dudes. Like let's smack somebody. Something gotta happen, bro. But it's too much. Like, I agree with Marcus. It's too much talk. Oh, we gotta get dogs in the building. We gotta execute. We gotta go back to the bases. It's all talk, bro. Ain't nothing translating. Nothing is translating to the field. And I'm tired of hearing them talk. To be truthful, Dave, I'm about to the point where I'm about to stop watching press conferences. I don't want to hear nothing else Dave Canales has to say. Because it's all BS. I'm to that point already. Like I did that with Frank Reich. I could tell, bro. I'm not going to listen to you anymore because it's all BS. Like, if you're going to sit up here every week and talk about fundamentals and basics, I'm not listening to that, bro. This is the NFL. This is not high school, bro. And every press conference is starting to sound like a high school pep talk. And I'm done with that. So that's where I'm at with it, Dave.
All right, we got a big super chat too. Boy, you got there's a lot of money in this part in this joint tonight. We got too much time to be playing like that. Canales need to play more aggressively, and I do think Bryce can bring the heat like he did last year. Keep pounding, y'all. Got to bounce back against the Cardinals.
Is crazy, bro.
That is crazy work.
Bro, that's crazy.
Ain't that, yo, man? I need you to get some. Nah, man. Dang, but appreciate the super chat.
Yeah, we can't. We can't. That's crazy work, bro.
That's crazy work, though. That is crazy work.
That's crazy.
But I will look, man. I'm telling you, if we, and they got a pretty good head coach, but we should be able to beat these guys on Sunday. We should be able to beat these guys on Sunday, man. But yeah, nah, if the most heat is, if I had a rank who gets the most heat, it probably goes Morgan, Canales, defense, then Bryce. I probably got Bryce last year. If you want me to order it. But yeah.
Bro, and listen, y'all. I see y'all talking about we amped up, yeah, and it's a great show, bro. I'm just tired, bro. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm really sick of it, and I've been one of the ones that has been protecting the Panthers and trying to remain positive and trying to be. I'm tired of it, bro. It's not acceptable, and it's not. And if things continue down this path, you know what we might have to do, Dave. And I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to do that, man. I don't even want to speak that kind of energy. But
so shout out to DJ G Boy. It's a coaching problem. Bryce Young had 24 wins in his 27 starts at Alabama. Who was his coach?
They
Definitely opposite of what we have now.
They ain't trying to
shout out to
Mr.
Hunky Dory. You forgot the lack of a run game. Quarterback had 40 yards. I got you. Shout out to Derek 90. We'll be all right, I think.
Yeah.
I'm here to help, sir. I'm the government. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Here to help. Oh, whoa. Got apps going on, man. All right. Do we have anything else before we?
That was it. That was it, man. 2-hour show. A lot of
got almost 2 hours.
A lot of therapy session for sure. We tired, bro. We tired. But I think, Dave, we're gonna have a round. Is the round table supposed to go down tomorrow?
They were asking if you're gonna be available at 8 tomorrow. I can only do an hour tomorrow, but I wanted.
Yeah, I'm cool.
All right,
cool,
so I'll pop the message and let them know that we can do 8 o'clock. I can only do an hour because I gotta drive to Connecticut tomorrow night. So shout out to the Dreamcast, man. Dreamcast came out on this day 26 years ago. I just wanted to put that out there. One of the dopest launches ever. I want to try to have some level of positivity before we close this show because there's obviously been a lot of negative stuff going on. And, this team has not been good. Fully aware of that. We're just going to work through it. I'm trying my best. I have not gone on boycott yet, but I'm telling you, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely happening, bro. Soon enough, I'm about to be off Panthers, man. We've turned the headband inside out. We taking off.
You gonna get rid of all your helmets and your cups and your pitches, man?
Hey,
I ain't even put mine up yet.
Everything got to go.
Now, what's funny?
If it goes that bad, everything got to go.
I was planning on starting to put pictures up. I haven't posted my pictures up yet, but I think I'm gonna wait to see. I'm gonna wait to the Arizona game to make a decision. Or if I do it, I'm gonna post it so you guys can't see it in the background. Look, man, relax.
They try to view me, bro.
Relax, man.
Hey, listen, bro.
I don't want to be on It Is What It Is. Okay.
It is.
Actually, we'll end up at this place. We'll end up on Pablo Torre at this rate.
Yeah, they keep playing. They keep playing with Dave. We're not gonna tolerate it, bro. We can't. We cannot tolerate this type of monotony. And this dude Tepper told us, you know what I mean? He not gonna accept mediocrity, and we've been below that. We haven't. You're right. He hasn't accepted mediocrity. Because we not mediocre. I would love to be mediocre.
Yeah.
But listen, if the season goes left, Dave, as the voice of Panther Nation, we're gonna have to do what we have to do, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
It is what it is. We hold the responsibility to make sure the people at Mint Street understand the frustrations of the fans. And I don't like that people, you listen to the Panthers little podcasting that they got. They want to be P&P so bad. But they not including the fans and the fan. You say the fans, don't say the fans. Don't tell us what we want to hear, bro. Don't speak. You don't speak for me, Anish. Respectfully, you don't speak for me, bro. You don't speak for Panther Nation. I speak for Panther Nation, bro. And we want the smoke if we continue to go down this path, bro. It's a little pow. You know what I mean? We don't want to have to do that. We want to celebrate, bro. We want to love the Panthers, bro. We want the Panthers to be great. We don't want to have to go that route, man. We don't want to go that route, dog.
Shout out for him for the super chat. This is my first super chat ever. Just say thanks to you for delivering great content. Good night. Appreciate it, my man. And I appreciate. Look, we had 78 super chats tonight.
78 is crazy.
Yeah, man. I normally don't ask for super chats, but this might be a change in the scenery, sir. This is pretty good.
This is crazy.
It's insane. And yo, like this is awesome. Don't give up yet, guys. Somebody asked on Twitter, should we be panicking? And I said, not yet. Somebody also asked me, should we put the tires on Anthony Richardson? And I gave them the hell to the nah gif. I'm not getting no more PS5s, man. The prices went up on the tariffs. I'm done buying consoles, bro. Cheaper to buy a computer now. You know what's funny? I got my step back shirt. It's sitting in the closet.
Yeah, well, this ain't it ain't he's step back, bro. It ain't
he
him,
has.
Bro. It ain't him. It's not it's not a shot. The other situation was a shot directly at him. This is more of a conversation. Ted, we want to have a conversation with you, bro. Like you did a good job. You step back, but we don't got the right people here, bro. Unless they gotta show improve.
I'm not there. I'm not ready to go quite there yet. Like
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying.
No, I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet either.
I'm not there yet. It doesn't mean that I'm not frustrated, but I'm not there yet. And dog, I have no interest in bringing another old man in here. I do not want Bill Belichick. No.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
No.
See what he doing with the Tar Heel? We're good,
bruh. Well, he doing more than what you think with the Tar. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
speak on it,
Dave. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the show. Hit the notification bell. We're on the road to 25K.
25K. Please, hit the sub button.
There's over 1,000 of you here, and some of you guys are on X, and we thank you for being on X. Head over to YouTube and hit that sub button over in YouTube. Just put up PNP, Rashad, and Dave, and we will definitely pop up. Make sure you do that for us. It really would help out the channels, ladies and gentlemen. And on that, I think we're closing it out. We out?
Yeah, we out of here.
All right, peace.
I'm hitting it. Are you hitting it? Pause.
Oh, I'll hit it.
I got it.